Hi everyone. Today, today I have a bittersweet feeling because my country is bleeding. My country, Nigeria. I'm Nigerian. If you don't know, if you're already new in the channel, if you're new in the channel, welcome back. My name is King. I'm Nigerian, but I don't live in Nigeria. I live in Moscow, Russia. Um, it's easy to say that I don't live in Nigeria, so the things that are happening in Nigeria is not my concern. It's none of my business, but I still regard Nigeria and regard Africa as my home, as much as Moscow is also my home now. But we cannot pretend and say or turn a blind eye to what's happening in the northern part of Nigeria. For a start, I'm not going to say only in the northern part of Nigeria. Literally in every part of the country, it's been going crazy now. The insecurity in Nigeria is very, very scary. That you 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 would think a big country like Nigeria with a very you would think a big country like Nigeria with a very big population would have a better management system in ensuring in ensuring security, but apparently it hasn't been the case because the citizens has been in deep danger every single day, trying to go out every single day and believe that they will get back home safely and successfully without having any unnecessary problems. Sadly, we we can't guarantee, or the politicians or the security systems in Nigeria cannot guarantee your safety when you leave your house in the morning and guarantee you a safe return back home, unfortunately. And the news has been going on for a few days. If you check, I went live 3 days ago. I don't know how to react to the news I've been hearing. I don't know how to react to what's been going on. I can literally tell you that it has affected me directly and indirectly, because you see the news every single day. I have so many blogs. I have a family in Nigeria. My sisters live there. My mom lives there. My brothers live there. So now or later, if care is not taken and if we close our eyes or turn a blind eye to the way things are happening, it will get to them directly. Now it's not happening to them directly, but indirectly it's affecting them. The cost of living in Nigeria, I wouldn't say it just went high. It's been up. It's been on the upward slope for a while now. And the craziest part in all of this is that our president does not care enough. The fact that the president of America, Donald Trump, cares more about Nigeria more than our own president is disheartening, is unscrupulous. Because for the past 2 weeks now, Trump has been repeatedly complaining, calling out the Nigerian government to fix the issue in the country. But apparently, our president deems it fit to choose a trip to South Africa or wherever he went to for a 7 day trip more than the life that he deems it fit that this is more important. This trip is more important more than the lives of the citizens of the country. So I Leo, of course I remember you, man. How can I not remember you, Leo? Oh my God, welcome back, Leo. Where have you been? It's been like forever, man. It's been like forever. It's been like forever. You disappeared from the face of the earth. I hope you're good. I hope you've been doing okay. It's good to have you back, man. Of course I remember. Thank you very much, man. Like it's heartbreaking every single day. Like in like 2 3 days there have been several kidnappings. First you hear kidnapping of school children, 35 children, and then you hear another kidnap of girls, about 29 or 25. Like the numbers at this point, we don't even know the exact number of kidnappings. We only hear about the ones that were recorded. We only hear about the ones that somebody told us, somebody that is close enough to the place where the situation happened tells us, and it's a far cry that our politicians are still trying to make us negotiate with these people, these terrorists. How can you be a terrorist and a fellow politician in the Nigerian government is defending these people, telling us that one Mr. Gumi, senator or Sheikh Gumi in the northern part of Nigeria, telling us that this issue that is going on in Nigeria is as a result of a payback or a revenge from the terrorist group. Imagine killing innocent. Imagine, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that on YouTube. Imagine unaliving innocent citizens and a politician that is supposed to pay his respects to the people that has been victimized by what is happening, instead has chosen to defend them and tell us on public television that it is better to negotiate with these people that has been consistently terrorizing the country over the past couple of years. If everybody closes their mouth and say, "Oh, it doesn't matter where I am," like as long as I'm not in the country, it doesn't affect me. I don't need to talk about it. Then what are we really all about as a people, as a nation, as a black person, as a Nigerian, as an African? It's as a youth, because if this country turns to the former Afghanistan, then there will be no place to call home. There will be no place to say you want to visit and come back. Even it's already like that now. I really can't think of going to my country without thinking of a security coming with me when I'm there. And this is very heartbreaking, feeling safer in a white country more than you would feel in your own country as a black person. you know I've been good. Leo. What happened? Where did you disappear to? What's up with you? How's life with you? Tell me what's going on. Yes. Again, with everything that has been going on in the country, Nigeria finds it a good time, or the Nigerian government finds it to be a good time, or the Nigerian judiciary. I don't want to say judiciary anymore because judiciary is no longer judiciary. In a normal country, the judiciary is very sovereign. They make the law, they do the sentencing, but now it looks like the judiciary in Nigeria is controlled by the executive part of the country. We have three arms of government in the country. We have the judiciary, we have the legislative arm of government, and we have the executive. The executives are the presidents, the governors, the ministers, and co. And then the legislatures are the senators, the House Speaker, the Senate President, and co. And then the judiciary are the people that make the laws, the lawyers, the judge, the chief judge in the country, the judge at the Supreme Court. But apparently, it looks like the decisions that or the sentences that are being made by the Nigerian judiciary has been influenced or has been sentimental because of their connection with the Nigerian executives. But the executive arm of government has corrupted the country so much that you cannot rely on the law. You cannot rely on the rule of law to protect you as a civilian and as a normal citizen, or even as a person, as a resident living in Nigeria, as a country. Because it has been proven in recent times that even from examples like the Jason Wike, who is the Prime Minister of the capital of Nigeria, has been unapologetically oppressing people because of the power he has as the Prime Minister of the capital of the capital territory of the country. And the president, which is the executive, has kept quiet about it because most likely the prime minister is doing his bidding, and the citizens are suffering it. If you're not wealthy in Nigeria, then you would really suffer times 10, 10x. And then if you're wealthy, you worry about your security as a person in Nigeria, because even businesses anymore don't feel safe. So many investors has left the country because of the security issues in the country. And our politicians don't care because most of their they loot the money that belongs to the people, buy houses out of the country, send their kids abroad to live abroad, live in the best houses and save their money in Switzerland and co. And then at the same time, if you think of how they find it easy and flexible to transfer money from the country and buy possessions abroad, assets abroad, then you would also blame the foreign countries that accept them easily, knowing fully well that the public servant who works for the people as a politician has no way of making the kind of money that they use to buy the things and the assets that they buy abroad. But they don't question them. They instead welcome them with open arms, hereby making it difficult for the citizens to question the actions and question the possessions that they have acquired since they stepped into office. Mhm. I'm so happy for you, Leo. It's very, very good. I am very happy for the progress in your life, and it's very good to hear such a good news. I hope everything is going well. I hope you're succeeding in this path that you have chosen for yourself, and I only wish you the best of luck in this, because I believe you're a very good person, and good people deserve good things in life. So I hope everything will flourish and the success will be evergreen always. Yes, and you're right. The crazy fact that genocide is happening in Nigeria, majority of the public figures in the world has kept quiet about it, apart from the president of America, which is Donald Trump, and Nicki Minaj, who has used her platform consistently to call out the world to look into what's happening in the country. But unfortunately, people have not been able to respond to her with the energy that she's supposed to be getting back in return, because it has nothing to do with the negativity that concerns her. People respond quickly and amicably to negativity or bad news, but now it's also a bad news, which is what they like to click on and read and know more about. It's a bad news about Nigeria. Nobody's paying attention. About Nigerian suffering. Nobody's paying attention. But if it's about what Nigerians did abroad, they will be quick to publicize it. They will be quick to let the whole world know, to let somebody in Fiji, to let somebody in one village in India, to let somebody in some country in Saudi Arabia, some state in Saudi Arabia to know about it. But now people are suffering, being unalived in the country of Nigeria. Nobody is talking about it. The most popular black nation in the world. People are being unalived like flies, and the people are quiet about it. You know, everybody needs to lend their voice to what is happening, because if we all keep quiet, who is going to talk about it for us? Because if we all keep quiet, the politicians are going to think that they are unstoppable. They're going to think that they're invincible, and they are going to think that they cannot be accountable for all the things that are happening in the country, as long as they're able to flexibly do what they want, leave the country whenever they want, and be accepted and welcomed with two open arms by these foreign countries that they go to. But if we in unity question what is happening in the country, if we in unity call them to order, if we in unity demand accountability from these public servants in office, the fact that they forget that they're public servants is already heartbreaking. If we demand accountability in unity and ask them, why are you silent to what is happening in your country? Why are you not doing anything? Why are you quiet about people that openly has come to defend terrorists in the country, and you have deemed it fit to ignore these people and then go ahead and arrest Nnamdi Kanu, who called for the development of the country, who called for the liberation of Igbo people from the suffering that they have been consistently suffering since Nigeria gained independence? We cannot keep quiet, because if we don't keep quiet, then in 10 years time, in 20, 15, 30 years to come, we will realize that it's our quietness that would have led us to a place of no return, a place where freedom of speech is gone, a place where would be gone, rather, a place where a place where we cannot call home. Literally, it's as basic as that. If the people are wiped out, if the country is destroyed like Afghanistan, coming back from pieces to rebuild a country being run by bandits, how long are we going to continue like this without learning our lessons from countries like that? You know, sticks are not legalized in the country. If it were legalized, then we can say the citizens can take claws into their hands and start defending themselves by themselves. But apparently, it's illegal to have a stick in Nigeria, if you know what I mean by holding a stick. And it's very unfortunate that these same people that we call politicians and the armed forces, which is the police, the soldiers and co that are supposed to be protecting us. Let me not say the soldiers because they have been doing their best. Respect to all the soldiers protecting the people and the country, but the politicians has been using the police, which is supposed to be protecting the lives of the citizens and ensure the welfare and security of the residents of Nigeria in Nigeria. Instead, they are being used as tools by these unscrupulous, selfish politicians to oppress the people, to oppress the common man. Judiciary is zero. Legislature, the legislative arm of government, zero in trying to make decisions that help the people at large, zero. The executive, worst. The fact that in this week alone, we've had three different kidnapping situations in the country from different parts of the country. That's the craziest part. It shows you how populated these bandits are. Three different situations in the country, and it's the same time that our president decided that he needs to go on a trip into another country for about 7 days. Majority of the times in the country is out of the country. When things are happening in a country where the president cares about one life of the citizen, he would most likely cancel his trip, and he doesn't address the people. It doesn't even look like he's the one that addresses the people when he posts on his social media handles. It looks like somebody in his team is just writing something and then posting it to the people to assure the people that everything is fine. If you talk about what's going on in Nigeria, the people that work for him are quick to respond to you online. If you say anything negative, they're quick to respond to you, thereby making it relatable to what Durov, the owner of Telegram, has said, that if we're running out of time to act quickly, because most people are underestimating the impact that it can make if we do not have freedom of speech. Because the politicians are doing everything possible to ensure that we do not say what is bothering us as a nation. They're trying to get us to lock up, close our mouth, and obey them like we're in a military regime. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I'll be here, Leo. It's all good, man. Go eat. Go eat. Enjoy your food, man. Oh, really? Football? Oh, wow. I'm very. That's even cooler. I'm very happy for you. You really deserve it. I believe you work very hard. So, congratulations to you, Leo. This is a good news. I don't even know how to celebrate, but I'm very happy for you, man. Really, for real. I'm very happy for you. This is this is one of the best news I've heard today as a footballer, you know. So, trying to give me a second, trying to adjust. Yeah. I don't know how long we're gonna keep quiet. I don't know how long we're gonna lose people. I don't know how long Nigeria is gonna keep happening to people and the rest of the world will keep quiet about it. I don't know how long the United Nations are gonna keep quiet and pretend like this does not affect them directly because they are part of the people that put us in these situations. If they were rejecting, if the United Nations stopped Switzerland, stopped a few other countries, or stopped UK, England from accepting these politicians and letting them acquire assets in their countries, then it would be the first step towards accountability. It would be the first step towards restitution to what has been going on, what they have done. Yes, thank you so much, Leo. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We are struggling today because some people, there's another unfortunate thing that is happening in the country. The fact that some people in this same system still support the current government is one of the worst things that you would hear today. You wouldn't believe it. Regardless of what the people are suffering, regardless of what the people are going through, individually. There are still some ignorant people, there are still some inhumane people, there are still some uneducated people. You know, I don't like to use this word on people because most people think going to school makes you educated. A lot of people can't defend their certificate because if you are educated as a person and then you see what's going on in the country and then you still continue to support this government, continue to defend this government that has a tenure of 4 years, 2 years in, and the country has gone worse than the last administration, and they're already campaigning for the next election, which is in 2027. Then something you are not. As a nation, we should hold these public servants to accountability. They should be able to tell us what they are doing with the funds that we pay as tax. They should be able to tell us what they are doing with the public funds that we have allocated to them to do and provide essential amenities and solve essential problems in the society that helps the country at large. We should be able to do that. But for the fact that I think Kwesi Ato or something like that, one philosopher, one may so rest in peace, from Ghana, he said, one of my hand is used to fight for my people, the black people, and then my other hand is used to fight to stop my fellow black people that I'm fighting for from attacking me. Unity. And that's why majority of the unaliving in America today to black people are done by black people because it's very easy to manipulate our black people for very small peanuts, for a very small reward. It's very easy to influence their mindset and make them feel like what they are getting now is much better than what they can get in 10 years time, forgetting that if the country or if the nation or the community of the society is better in 10 years time, it benefits everybody. But if you unalive somebody just because of the reward that they would give you, what is there to gain in 5 years to come? Literally, I'm not even talking about the invincible things that you would feel in your conscience. We need to speak up. We cannot keep quiet. The pastor in Nigeria that has been talking about what has been going on from Kaduna also has been threatened. Instead of supporting him, he's been threatened by people in the Nigerian government to stop speaking up because of America has heard his voice and they're trying to intervene. They're doing everything possible to silence him and stop him from speaking up. It's unfortunate. He's suffering and they're telling him that he is lying. How can you tell somebody that he's lying? Saying this, showing you pictures, proofs of what he's going through. Christians are being unalived every single day. 500 and 100, not even 1, 2 anymore. And people are quiet. People are acting like it's normal. The Fulani headsmen, the bandits, the Boko Haram, who cannot keep quiet and pretend like these people cannot be stopped. If we do not do something as soon as possible, then sooner or later they will get to the west, and sooner or later they will get to the east. They're already in the east. Sooner or later they're going to take over the whole country, and the country will be run by bandits. And we'll no longer have freedom, not just freedom of speech anymore, but freedom of movement. Because all the police force people, how many people are they going to protect? How many are they? It's very sad. If we do not speak up, nobody is going to speak up for us. I live in a white country. I live in a foreign country where I feel more safer than in my own country. Where has it happened before? As a black person, I am not supposed to be feeling safe in a white man's country more than my own country, Nigeria. I'm not supposed to be thinking about getting money to get security because I want to visit my country. It's unfortunate. If everybody keeps quiet and think everything is a joke or everything revolves around memes and jokes and TikToks being sent around, joking about what's happening in Nigeria, then we have failed as a nation. We have failed as a generation. The religious violence in Nigeria is happening in broad daylight. People can't go to church without having the fears in their mind that somebody can attack them, the tension going on. I saw a video recently, 2 days ago, not recently, just 2 days ago. Fulani herdsmen attacked a church in Kwara State, and I saw an older woman who's probably about 85 years old trying to run out of the church. Her running is like my 1 meter walk. It's literally very slow. She can't do anything. At her age, she can't feel safe. She can't even go to church and worship God on a Sunday without being afraid of her life. It has gotten to that point where, as people, we normally would say, yeah, it's happening in the north, it's happening in Benue State, it's happening in KB, it's happening but now it's happening in every part of Nigeria that you do not know what is going on. You can leave your house every single day and you come back and you're not sure of coming back home. Sooner or later, there will be no peace, there will be no freedom of movement for the person that cannot afford the security personnel. It's left for you. You can say it does not affect me directly and keep quiet. But on the long run, if it doesn't affect you completely, if it doesn't affect you directly, it would affect people that you care about directly, and then that has already automatically affected you indirectly. If we do not lend our voice to publicize what is going on, the genocide in Nigeria has been consistent. It has been going on for years. But recently, we finally have somebody who is speaking up about it without the fear of being eliminated, without the fear of being unalived. And then there's some people trying to shut him up. There's some people trying to get him to shut up and not speak up. It's unfortunate that black people do not see how lack of unity is what has hindered our progress for decades. It didn't start today, as a matter of fact. How did colonialism happen in Africa? It happened because white people used black people to get to other black people, used influential black people to get to uninfluential black people, and apparently it's repeated. History keeps repeating itself, unfortunately. Every time I speak about it, I get pissed off. I get angry because I'm thinking about what's going on. I can easily keep quiet and say, I don't care, and it's all good. Like, this doesn't affect me directly. But come on, are we not a country? Are we not the people? There's no day you go on the internet and try to get a news or read something about Nigeria and you don't hear a bad news. You don't hear about somebody being unalive. You don't hear about kids being kidnapped. You don't hear about girls getting kidnapped or RR. It's crazy. Everybody can pretend that, well, what's happening in West Africa does not concern me. Okay, but sooner or later it will concern you because the natural resources that we have in Africa have been exported to you people, regardless of where you are. If it affects Nigeria, it has affected Ghana. If it affects Ghana, it has affected Togo, all the neighboring countries in Nigeria. It has affected Congo. The iPhones you're using today, they get their raw materials from Congo, get their raw materials from Guinea-Conakry. If Togo is very close to Nigeria, Benin Republic is very close to Nigeria, Guinea is not very far from Nigeria. If all these countries are affected because of what is happening in Nigeria, it will affect the import and exportation of raw materials that is being used to provide services to you wherever you are in the world. We cannot keep quiet. We cannot keep quiet. If we keep quiet, what are we going to say at the end of the day that we did to create or initiate change in the world at large? You don't have to be a black person. You don't have to be from West Africa to speak up. You don't have to be African to speak up. You don't have to be European to speak up. You just need to speak up. That's all you need to do. I was very surprised that Trump knows about what's going on in Nigeria and he's been very angry about it. And before we got to Trump, imagine that he had to get to Trump directly. But if it's a bad news about Nigeria in other areas, you see all you crazy, I don't want to use the words that are coming to my mind. All you people that will quickly run to it and publicize it, Nigerian man, this Nigerian lady, this, that. But Nigeria is suffering now. Nobody is quick to speak up. Everybody's pretending like they don't see it. Everybody's pretending like they don't see when some public figures are posting about it. The few public figures that are posting about it. If a news has gotten to the White House in the States, that means you have seen it. I don't care where you are in the country. I don't care where you are in the world. You must have seen it. Because the White House is a public office. Everybody sees and hears news from there. But everybody's pretending. Everybody's turning a blind eye because it doesn't affect them directly. But I promise you, if you do not speak up and this continues and it consistently doubles down, it's going to affect you directly. Directly. You know? If I see an opportunity to lend my voice to people, even if it doesn't affect me directly, I do it. I speak up. Because speaking up can create awareness. Creating awareness creates attention. Attention creates focus. And focus creates action. If we continue to pretend, then we're all hypocrites. It's very unfair to the kids that are being kidnapped. It's very unfair to the ladies, the young girls that are supposed to be in school that are being kidnapped. It's very unfair to the 85 years old, 90 years old that are going to church to just worship God, and they don't feel safe anymore. They can't run because Fulani headsmen attack them in church. Like, where else do you need to go? If you can't go to school, you can't go to church, you can't go to public places because you're afraid of being bazookaed. What pisses me off is that if it's a very small bad news about Nigeria, it will be all over the internet. Why is genocide in Nigeria not trending? Why is it not trending on Twitter? How many times has Donald Trump spoken about it? But they keep trying to distract it with very silly news, useless news on the internet. If this genocide was happening in another popular country, not even in another popular country, if it was happening in another country in Europe, it would be crazy. Imagine this was happening in Spain, Italy, or France. It will be all over the internet. Even the people that don't see, people that are blind will hear about it through the radio. How many times have we heard about what is happening in Nigeria? Consistently, the White House has spoken about it, threatening the president of Nigeria that they will take action, override them and take action if they don't act quickly to resolve the issue. While our politicians and royal leaders, royal rulers are finding a way to negotiate with bandits, some people are finding a way to take immediate action to resolve the issue. Makes me very sad. I don't think there's a day that passes by now that I don't think about my country, my dear country, Nigeria. I don't think there's a day that passes by that I don't worry about my family in the country, because for the fact that these people have started migrating their violence and their terrorism to the western part of Nigeria, where some of my family members live, then it's unfortunate. Then nobody is safe anymore. You cannot be looking at it as a distance, as a distant problem. It's easy to turn a blind eye when things don't affect you. That's ignorance. That's selfishness. That's hypocrisy. We cannot turn a blind eye because something doesn't affect us directly. This does not affect me directly. I'm in Moscow. It doesn't affect me directly, but I'm Nigerian. I'm a black person. I see the videos of kids. I see the videos of parents crying because their kids has been kidnapped. Imagine having a daughter and hear that your daughter has been kidnapped by bandits, raping them. Imagine having a God shit. I shouldn't have just said that word on YouTube. I hope it gets blood. Imagine having a daughter and things like that happen to her. It's very painful. Take a moment and think about it and understand the feeling that people are going through. Imagine your kids going to school and you worry about their safety getting back home. You know, this world is so messed up now that trafficking is a trend, kidnapping is a trend. How can you kidnap? Usually you would say, not you would say, usually it used to be common with rich people, well-off people. Kidnappers kidnap well-off people, people that are, how do I say, people that possess something, some assets, people that are wealthy. But now they don't kidnap people that are wealthy. Now they kidnap anybody. Anybody that is accessible, they kidnap the person and then demand huge amounts of money. Imagine demanding 100 million naira. How much is that in dollars? That's thousands of dollars. That's over 100K dollars. 100 million for one poor person. How are they supposed to get that money? So you see them kidnap somebody that has never seen 10 million naira in their life, and then you're demanding 100 million naira to bail them out. Are you nuts? And then we keep quiet because we have freedom. Because we can go to work every day and come back home safely and not worry about being kidnapped or being trafficked. Then are we not hypocrites, please? I really don't care if YouTube pushes this video or not. If it's 5 people that see this video and 5 people speak on it or say something or post or tweet or repost, then there will be 5%, 1%, 0.0001% awareness that has been created in the minds of people. Until it gets to the minds of people that will act on it, we should never stop. I wanted to make a video now, but I don't feel like making a video anymore because I just thought about what's going on in the country. Imagine the families of these kids that has been kidnapped just at home on a Saturday evening. What are they thinking? What's going through their minds? And some of them don't make it back home. You pay the ransom that these bandits and these terrorists demand from you, and they still unalive the person. And then we have a politician, we have a president. What do they say? Nothing useful. How do they act? No way helpful. And we keep quiet. We keep quiet. And then when it's a bad news that has to do with Nigeria that affects you or affects some Hannah from California, or some man from Iceland, or some random guy from New Zealand, or some Janet from China, you people rush to speak up on the internet. You people rush to make TikTok videos about it. But the genocide in Nigeria, you people are acting like you are blind. If you think it's not serious enough, I hope it happens to you so that you understand how serious enough is not. People are being unalived every single day. Kids. I saw a video day before yesterday on Telegram and my heart was broken. I've never stopped thinking about that video. I don't like blood. I'm allergic to blood. But I saw this video and my heart was broken. But immediately I just started. I saw 10 different soldiers being unalived. 10. I'm not even exaggerating. I wish I could show it on YouTube. They are being unalived and they are being. These people use the sticks again to make sure they are being unalived and pam, pam, pam again to all of them. Imagine pam somebody from a long distance and you go close again to make sure that they have been headshot. And then their families. What are they thinking about? What is going through their minds? Some of them are waiting for their sons to come back home. A general was unalived and recorded and posted online. And we have our president, we have our Senate president joking. Well, who am I to question Donald Trump if he wants to intrude in the problem that is happening in Nigeria? Who am I? A Senate president, number 2 citizen of the country, a lawmaker. And we are quiet because you people are gaining from it. What pisses me off is the Europeans are quick to run to any news that does not praise Nigeria. But if it's to castigate Nigeria, people run to it. If it's to save Nigeria, people turn a blind eye. You people are all hypocrites. All of you are hypocrites. All the public offices in Nigeria, the churches of the biggest pastors in the country, buying private jets, celebrating, uh, uh, building the biggest churches in Africa, in the world. Christians are being killed, genocide every single day, and they don't speak up. They are more concerned about buying land for more people to deceive as members in the church than they are about people being unalived in the northern part of Nigeria, in different areas, different parts of Nigeria. Christians being unalived, and they are quiet. What pisses me off is the people that go to their churches to give them offerings. Tell me, what business does the pastor has going in a convoy of 15 cars like a president of a country? If you do well, you will not be worried about things like, if you help your members, everybody is okay. They know they have access to you. They know they can meet you in church on Sunday. You will not need security if you're doing well. But you carry securities because you know your hands are probably not clean. Buying 3 private jets as a pastor, but a member of your church is homeless. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And people are trying to put different narratives. I don't know. I don't know what else to say in this situation. Honestly, I don't know. But I pray that God will help Nigeria, and I pray that people that can do something will do something. I pray that people that can intervene will intervene. People like the president of America, people like the president of Russia, I pray that they will be able to take actions and overlook the narratives or the fake hopes that the president and the politicians in Nigeria has given the rest of the world and Nigerians, that they are doing everything or have everything under control, because they absolutely do not have everything under control. As a matter of fact, the president is not even in the country as we speak, and he has not said any other thing. He doesn't even know who handles his account online, who posts things on his behalf. So I really pray that God will come through for us as a nation, as a country, the most populated black nation in the world, the most popular. It's very possible that Nigeria is one of the most popular, if not the top 3 most popular countries in the world. That's why I'm even more pissed off that something like this, a genocide, is going on in Nigeria, in one of the most popular countries in the world, the most populated black nation in the world, and people are not speaking about it. I'm not seeing TikToks, I'm not seeing Instagram reels, I'm not seeing YouTube videos from big YouTubers making or saying something about it. Are you not all hypocrites? Okay, that's literally what I wanted to say. I wanted to make a video, but I think I'm just gonna film later. Have a good evening, everybody. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon, wherever you are. What time you're watching this from. Take care. Cheers.